Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now that the energy has been cleared for this reading and we've raised our own energy vibration, let's dive into the reading and see what this time frame holds for you. We're going to be starting with your chakra cards. Sagittarius, July 1st to the 15th, 2020 Sagittarius. July 1st to the 15th, Sagittarius. July 1st to the 15th, Sagittarius. Show me clearly, angels. Ooh, okay, this one right here. So we have play, the heart chakra, shining through. That was rather quick and absolutely beautiful. So the heart chakra is telling you to embrace play, to embrace joy, to embrace love, to embrace peace. As you move forward, there is going to be a sense that you take this time period so seriously. There's something very distinctive, very powerful that you're working towards, and you're going to forget joy and laughter and happiness and inner peace. So here, Spirit is telling you, and your angels are telling you, do not forget to laugh, to have fun, to embrace play, and to have joy within your life. Okay. Now let's see what your tarot, oh goodness, has to say. July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, July 1st to the 15th, Sagittarius. July 1st to the 15th, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this message and show me clearly. Bring us insight. Speak to us truly and clearly. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, guide this message. Guide this message. Guide this message. Guide this message. Angels and spirit guides. Clearly and truthfully. Yeah, okay. This one, okay. And these two right here. Oh, awesome. All right, Sagittarius. Okay, so how this is going to be set up is this is your inner self. This is your heart. So this is left hand, heart, right hand. Your public self, what people see. All right, so let's see about your inner self. Right now, okay, in your quiet moments, you have the Knight of Cups. This is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. This can be that you have water sign energy in your chart, wherever it is in your natal chart. That is going to be where it kind of highlights this kind of, okay, this personality trait within you will be highlighted, okay, and will be a point where you focus on. This is also saying that you're moving towards what you love, what you desire, what you need. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. That's a gift just for you, especially since you are a fire sign energy and you have the Ace of Wands right here. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. What your heart is saying. Justice. Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, within your natal chart, this could be an area for which to focus on, but there's also seeds of prosperity that you are planting and that you are embracing. The Fool, beautiful. And the Strength card. Strength card represents a Leo energy, a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. And then your public self, the Tower. Okay, interesting. The Devil, Capricorn energy, a time frame of December 22nd to January 19th. The Queen of Wands, that's you, most definitely. You're taking this gift, you're starting something new, and that's really exciting. And then you have the Five of Wands, inner doubts, inner fears, a sense of, can I do this? There's a lot of change that is coming up here, And you're breaking away from addictions, from pains, from sorrows, from what society expects you to do and what you expect yourself to do. So there's a shift right here that we see with the Devil card. And remember, when addictions are talked about, it doesn't just mean drugs, sex, alcohol, food, shopping, things like that. It means people pleasing. It means anxiety. It means doubting yourself. It means, putting everybody first and then putting yourself last. So a lot of things are addressed with the Devil card coming forward. All right. So let's start with the Knight of Cups. Again, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You're moving towards what you love. You're moving towards what you desire. You're moving towards what you truly need. And as you do so, you're really holding your heart in your hands. And you're saying, please guide me. Please let me know. And this is something you've been fighting for. You've been fighting for your heart's truth. You've been fighting for your passion. You've been fighting for what you love. And this is something that you defend. And you'll rather naturally come to the defense of what your heart needs, of what your heart desires. So know that during this time, that there can be a sense of almost like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. But you'll think of doing it any other way. It's kind of like, can I move from this area? Can I, look at things a different way? And it's like, no, this is what I love. This is who I am. So what I'm really seeing here is be just to yourself. And don't live for the world around you. Live for you. And that's going to be a very powerful place to stand and very powerful move to take. Now, it can also be that you're very closely connected to a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. It's interesting because it's connected to all three of these signs. So water sign energy, a Libra energy, and also an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. I would say strong inclinations towards a Capricorn right here. But there's something about feeling like you are on the outside of wealth, on the outside of prosperity. Now, it can be that you've gone through a decade, 5 decades. I mean, that's a long time, no joke. 5 years of being on the outside of wealth, of looking in. And yeah, I would say 5 years, most definitely. For some, it has been longer. For others, it has been shorter. 5 is a number of freedom. So the pain, the disappointments, the hardships, the despairs that you have been through, you're looking at. And it's actually leading you towards a greater freedom because you're stronger, you're more prepared, you have a better idea of things. Okay, does it mean that you like it? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means that divinity, the universe, your angels, your spirit guides are preparing you for something greater, something bigger, something more powerful. And as you are facing these things, you are moving forward. Now, you might very well have had to protect yourself against a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer, or somebody who uses emotional manipulation as a way to have controlled you. Okay? Are you still controlled by them? No. You've worked hard to move past this person, this time. Do their words still come back? Do they haunt you? Yeah, they do. They do. And at times you have to fight and sit there and say, that's not my truth. That's not my passion. That's not where I am. And that's not where I will ever be. And so here with the Knight of Cups, there's something very big that you have been fighting for, that you are now seeing the fruits of your labor come forward. You are now kind of grasping a greater truth, a greater power. It can be small. You might not think much of it while you're in it, but later on down the road, you look at things and you're like, wow, that makes all the difference in the world. And here with the 5 of Pentacles, there's also something that you love. Here, it is a mother and a child. It is this connection, this love, this joy, this sense of, I will fight for you. There's something that you will fight for. There's something that you are nurturing. It can be a person, most definitely. It can be a child, yes. But it can also be a dream. It can be something that lays within you, that you want to bring forward into this world. And as you do so, as you find it, and as you change your eyes, okay? And I know, I've been there where, $5 is a heck of a lot of money, where it feels like you are just fighting, and it is only going to be a fight. And with the 5 of Pentacles, it's like everybody else gets to be wealthy. Everybody else gets to have prosperity. But for you, it has to be a battle. And what I'm seeing here, Sagittarius, it's like, no more. No more. What you're looking at is you're looking at the Ace of Wands. Passion, prosperity, bounty, beauty. This is your intuition. This is what you truly desire. This is where you want to be. And you're seeing divinity hand you a gift. Are you taking it? Yes, you definitely are. It's starting up a new path. You're going to feel very inclined towards embracing something new, something exciting, something that, you leap and you will find. And as you see this coming in, there's a part of you that thinks, I can't take this. I'm a failure. Just give it time. Just give it time. I'll bottom out like I always do. You're going to start to have a very negative voice in your head. Okay? That's going to be something that you battle during this time. It's that person who had that emotional control over you. Now, it can be that this person was a lover. Okay? This person could have been, somebody who was supposed to protect you. They were supposed to be your knight in shining armor. A parent, a teacher, and yet they filled your head with the fact that you weren't good enough and that you wouldn't be good enough. And here with the Ace of Wands, you're looking at things and you're saying, no, that's not true. That's not true. But a part of you will always doubt. There's always the doubting part. There's always the hurt part, the overwhelmed part, the sense of, I don't know if I can make it. And here and now, you're seeing that you can. You're seeing that there's a passion, there's a spark, there's a power, there's a purpose. And as you take it in, my gosh, you work your tuchus off in order to get to where it is that you want to be. But this is hard work. This is discipline. This is dedication. This is, fortitude. And as you see it with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like, this is what I'm working towards, but also this is what I'm creating. This is worth its weight in gold for me. This is powerful. This is prosperous. This is pristine. This is where I stand, and this is who I am. And so as you're working forward, 8 is a worker number, yes. It is a dedicated number. It's a very serious number. It's also a lucky number. It's a number of, with this fortitude, with this dedication, you start to see things moving forward. And you have a repeat of the number 8 right here, okay? And it's nice because it's right at your root. So yes, very dedicated. This is why you're being reminded that play is important. Because with the repeat of the number 8, you can spend all your time working, dedicating, disciplining, saying, just push a little bit further, just push a little bit further. Okay, I can take time later on. And if you don't take time for laughter and fun, you're going to feel almost like a machine. And there's going to be a spark coming out, not going into what you're creating, but coming out of what you're creating. And it's going to lose some of its magic. It's going to lose its beauty for you. And then we have justice right here. This is a Libra energy, a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. Okay? This is justice. This is looking for what's right for you. This is seeing it. This is finding it. This is claiming your throne and your power. This is knowing what you desire. All right? And as you're looking at things, you are seeing yourself becoming more just to yourself. Right? This is also saying, I matter. There are so many times here, Sagittarius, where you're looking, you're searching, you're taking things in, and you're like, oh, I'll just put this on the back burner. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. And then you're going to see that there's just chaos around you. And there is no justice. And so taking a stand, stating for yourself what you need, what you desire, what you want, that is going to be so very important. And it leads you to the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So there's justice here as you're moving forward, okay? With what you love, you're defending what you love, and then the justice comes. And as the justice comes, it turns your world upside down. It really does. And it can be something where you sit there and it's like, finally this justice comes and it's what I've been looking for. It's what I've been wanting, but it's completely overwhelming. Okay? It's going to take you out of one world and it's going to put you into another. Meaning it's taking you out of one form of existence, one place of being. And it's putting you into something more prosperous, more powerful, more bountiful for you. All right? Much more truthful. Right? So the justice card is going to be something that you turn to. Justice is going to be a very strong balancer within your life. Now, for those of you who have been through divorce or have been through, some legal matters where you sit there and you feel like, I put my heart into this and there was no justice. Justice is coming, all right? It might not be coming from that avenue, all right? From where you once focused your time and your energy on, but you have the Queen of Pentacles right here. There's prosperity, there's bounty, there's abundance coming forward. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this is a sense of embracing that bounty, embracing that beauty, looking at the seeds that you want to plant within your life and saying, it's time to move forward. It's time to go after what I desire. There's a very caring, very nurturing energy around the Queen of Pentacles. And it is, yes, atypical feminine energy, but there's a sense of nurturing what you love, taking care of what you love. And we see this, again, in the Five of Pentacles, with the sense of prosperity, success. Yes, after hardships, pains, disappointments, feeling like you're at the outside of wealth, and then feeling here as if you own wealth, as if wealth, prosperity, what you value as much as money, is as part of you as breathing. And so there is this shift that comes over. And what's going to be kind of difficult is that you have this mindset, okay? And the Five of Pentacles mindset of being on the outside of something great, of dreams falling apart, of things being hard. It is something that you look at and you say, well, how do I move past this? How do I move away from this? And you don't actually move past it. It's always going to be a part of your subconscious self. It's always going to be a part of your psyche. But it's looking at things and it's focusing on your wins instead of your failures. It's not waiting for the next shoe to drop. Okay? So that's going to be a very big part of, oh, something good is happening. I know something bad is going to happen afterwards. It's being very much in control of your thoughts, being very mindful during this time, because here she's planting these seeds. And I love how she's lovingly looking down at the pentacles like, I'm protecting you. I'm moving forward with you. I'm loving you. And as you have that energy come in, you have that energy around you. And you know that you are going to love, protect, and nourish what you are growing. And you're not going to have to feel like the outsider anymore. The outsider energy, though, okay, this personal, kind of journey that you've been through, it's not bad. I know we all think when we're going through it, it's like, wow, it's bad. Nobody else has to go through this. And the fact of the matter is, our world is a filtered world. Even our reality TV is not reality. Everything is scripted. Everything is planned. And so when we have a filtered world, we sit there and we look at our friends. All their pictures are smiling and happy. Everything is wonderful. We look at those around us and we think, oh, they have it better. But that's because they're able to show us vignettes of their life, not their full life. Okay? They're able to focus and highlight the most beautiful things. They're able to take the pictures until they get the one right run. And you don't see the yelling and the crying and the screaming that goes on until that happens. So here you're looking at your prosperity. And the thing with looking at your own prosperity is you know all the nitty and the gritty. You know all the in-betweens. You know what happens behind closed doors. And so you are a much more authentic judge of yourself, but you're also a much more harsher judge of yourself. And so as you're looking at the seeds that you are planting, as you're looking at what you're desiring, and your heart is called towards it, your heart sees this justice coming forward, okay? What you're going to feel, personally, is you're going to feel a shift, okay? You're going to feel this sense of, oh my, that's it. There's like some sort of key that fits the lock, and you've been looking for that key forever. And you finally found it, and you're unlocking this door, and it's like, oh wow. The Ace of Wands. Passion, beauty, prosperity, success, intuition, desire, dedication. It's like, wow, I did it. I became it. I am it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a passionate energy that's handed to you. There's also highly creative energy around you. Utilize it. This can also be highly sexual energy. So just be prepared for that energy to be a part of you during this time. It leads you here to the Fool. As this gift comes in. Now what's beautiful here is that he takes the wand in his hand, most definitely. So you have this whole line of you taking this gift. And here the wand becomes an umbrella. It holds the umbrella. And how mundane is that? To have a magical gift, a magical wand, a sense of endless prosperity, of intuition that is beyond powerful, this sense of truth and dedication. And it becomes your umbrella. Why? Because it becomes part of your everyday. The Fool does not look at things and say, oh, I'm going to keep it for special. Oh, don't wear it. It's too pretty. Oh, don't do this. It's too nice. It's like, no, live it now. Live it now. Be bold and be proud and be beautiful and be prosperous in your life. It's time to take a leap of faith. It's going after your hero's journey. Every single hero, before they become a hero, is a fool. They are a fool. They're going out to do the impossible. Have you not seen all the people who failed before? And you're looking at it. And what you're going to see here, Sagittarius, is that you need to leap for your soul. If you don't leap, you are going to feel like your personal self, like your dreams, your heart, your soul is dying, is withering away, is becoming nothing anymore. And that's not you. You are an explorer of thought. You are highly inquisitive. You are passionate beyond belief. And as you leap, you find, you go after. And there comes a point where you start to see your strength. And your strength, Sagittarius, is not the strength of simply declaring. Okay? A lot of your strength comes from your knowledge, comes from your incredible mind. But a lot of your strength during this time is going to come from your kindness. It's going to come from that beautiful way that you pull people together, that you make something extraordinary happen. And the extraordinary is within the ordinary for you. The way that you call to people's souls, the way that you connect with people's hearts. I mean, that is something that's extraordinary. Now, this is a Leo energy, a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. So as you're leaping, you are going to find your footing around this time. You're going to see something more clearly around this time. There's going to be a aha moment, a light bulb moment where you're like, oh my, that's what it meant. That's what it was for. And you're going to find that in situations, okay, I'm just seeing here, like the lion becomes her friend, right? Becomes her greatest ally. And I'm seeing here, it's either making friends with somebody who's just like a little bit scary, like they would think like, oh wow, that person wouldn't be nice because they look a certain way, and you wind up realizing that this person is one of the nicest people. For some of you, it's, and I know what this sounds, yeah, I mean, it's the image that Spirit is giving me. It's getting a dog that is not scary, but like that, yeah, it can be that that dog, you know, has, their breed has a reputation, but because of the love that you two share with each other, you know, that compassion, that respect, okay, that's going to be one of your greatest allies. Okay, do your research and everything like that, you know, and adopt, you know, if you can. But here, I'm just seeing something to that effect where it's like, I see you walking with this strength beside you and behind you. It's like this person has your back, this being has your back. It can be your spirit animal coming up where it's very powerful. It's almost like, yeah, it's like a wolf or a panther or just something here where it's like there's strength walking beside you. So just know that because it's coming through really, really clearly. And it's going to be the nudge, like you're going to actually feel at times that something is almost like hurting you forward in a certain way, kind of leading you somewhere. And that's because it is. That's because it is your spirit animal. It's coming up. It's, you know, sitting there and it's like, yeah, you can do this. You can do this. You can go for it. And now your public self, the self that people see, there's a great change. And they've seen this great change. Sagittarius, you are not the same person you were a few years ago at all, like even remotely. And this change here is, it can be very personal, all right? It can be very, you know, kind of overwhelming at times. And this is also divinity saying it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to shake things up. And because you weren't shaking things up for yourself, divinity's like, okay, I'm pushing you out of the nest. You have to fly. And you might say, okay, this is not flying. You know, this is falling. And totally agree. Totally agree. But before we can fly, we fall. And we learn what failure is. And I know you're going to sit there. I mean, the way I see it, it's like, well, why do I have to learn what failure is? Why can't I just succeed? Why can't I be one of those lucky people who makes it right out of the gate? And I will tell you something that my mother always told me. She said, either you pay for it now or you pay for it later. And it is much better to pay for it now. So learning the lessons, having the tough times, you know, feeling overwhelmed. It's better to get it over with as soon as humanly possible so that you can enjoy your life. And this is what I'm seeing here with divinity guiding you, with this change coming in, with your passion moving you forward. It's like, okay, it's changing. You're guiding, you're moving, you're going. Go. And you will fall and you will fail. And people have seen that. People have seen you be astoundingly human. And that is almost something that our culture, our world thinks is unforgivable. It's unforgivable. We're supposed to be perfect right off the bat. You're not, though. You're just not. You fall, you fail. And the real count of a person is how they get themselves up. Of how they deal with despair, but also how they deal with learning that they might have been making a fool out of themselves. They might have been, looking at things completely wrong. It's like, okay, I learned it. I know it, I claim it, I own it. And then the devil comes in. Now I'm looking at this card, and I'm just thinking of, and not to get all religious on you guys, but I'm thinking of when Jesus was tempted by the devil, and he went into the desert for 40 days. And whenever it's a really long period of time in the Bible, it's usually, 40 days, 40 years. 40 is the long number. But here, when I'm seeing it, it's kind of like you can rule over this earthly plane. You can. Sagittarius, you definitely have a power to do that. Have this research, have this understanding, have this way with people with pulling them in and connecting them all. You could rule. And some of you are thinking, well, that sounds pretty sweet. But it's over a mirage. It's over something of no substance, no depth. And if you've stumbled across this channel, and if you've subscribed to this channel, and if you're here, you want depth. Depth and meaning and passion and purpose and, a connection with divinity is what you're about. And with the devil card, it's like I can offer you a mirage. Or you can take the harder road and walk upon your truth. And that's a choice. That's a choice every human being gets to make. And here, with this Capricorn energy, it's a time frame of December 22nd to January 19th. You are looking at your truth. You're looking at what you desire. You're looking at where you want to be. You're facing the negativity. You're facing things that have gone wrong. You faced hurts, despairs, disappointments, angers. And what you're looking at is the way that you want to move forward, the place that you want to be. And as you see within yourself the place that you want to move forward, you're turning away from the chains of the past. You're turning away from the hurts, the pains, the disappointments. And you're saying, this is what I stand for, and this is who I am. And you're saying it with dignity and respect, and not having it morphed into something else. Because remember, the devil, the way we envision the devil, he looks very much like a satyr. He looks like the god Pan from Greek mythology, of the god of, nature. He looks like, Cernunnos in Celtic mythology. They took earth gods and made them into devils. And what you're seeing here is a transformation back to your rooted self, to your true self. And as you're finding that power and you're embracing that truth and you're facing things that have hurts, have disappointments, have upsets in them, you then call on your queenly self. And you have the repeat of the queens here. You have the Queen of Wands, which is of course you. You have the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a very mothering, very nurturing energy around you. There's a very powerful energy, but it's going to be more from behind the scenes. And the Queen of Wands, passion, creativity, embracing your inner magic, embracing your inner desire, looking at what it is that you want, looking at a new dawn, a new day, desiring it, moving forward within it, and embracing it. And that's the passionate you. And during this time, there's going to be something royal about you, something regal about you that people see. And people definitely take note of it as you're embracing your new options, as you're embracing the way that you want to move forward, as you're taking that leap of faith. And as you leap, you find your true self. You find your true passion. You find what you really desire. And as you find this and understand this, there's going to be chaos that comes up. Because when you find your true path, there's always chaos that comes up. And even when you're walking that path and you think, wow, doing well, doing good, well done me, there are going to be doubts and fears and apprehensions that come up that make you think, oh no, I've done it wrong. I've messed up. It's all a lie. Hardships, pains, disappointments. That's all life is ever going to be. This can also be conflicts with other people come up. And you're like, why are we butting heads? what's going on here? I thought we were joking, and then all of a sudden the jokes turned serious. And what you're going to find is that the way this is resolved is through your strength of kindness, okay? Through your strength of compassion. There's a beauty to you, Sagittarius, that's going to be embraced. And there's hard work to you, this dedication of like, no, I'm not just going to let things fall through the cracks. No, I'm not going to just like, turn away from the beauty of my life. I'm not. And so as this comes in, you stand taller, you stand firmer. You're like, this is my kingdom. I rule this world, my world. I'm the lead actor in it. I am the starring role. I am. And so you look at the script that you were given. You look at where you're standing and what you're standing for. And you see the depth of it. The depth of your soul, the depth of your passion, the depth of your truth. And you embrace it. You embrace deeper of what you want. The depth of what you want. And yes, things have changed. And you know what? You're going to find that as much as you would like to go back at times, you're sitting there and you're seeing the beauty of where you are now. And you're taking that in. So let's go deeper. And let's see. Go deeper for Sagittarius. July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Let's go deeper for the messages for Sagittarius. July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this message. Angels and spirit guides, show me more deeply for Sagittarius. The strong, courageous. Yeah, this one right here. Okay. Strong, courageous Sagittarius. Show me deeply, show me deeply, show me truly. Show me more deeply. Angels and spirit guides, show me deeply. Show me truly, guide me forward. Guide this message. All right. So for your inner self, we have the 7 of Wands, the World, and the 7 of Feathers. Truth is going to be highly important for you. You're going to call people out, even if it's just in your head. It's like, that was a lie. Okay, well, you said this. And so the truth is going to be very important to you. 6 of Acorns, Queen of Feathers, Queen of Swords. This is air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. 8 of Shells, 8 of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Crystals. Again, the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the 10 of Feathers and the Page of Acorns. Okay, so the Page of Wands. This is you right here. You are a student. You are starting off here with the 7 of Acorns. This is determination and stamina. The 7 of Wands is the sense of standing your ground, standing up for your truth, but knowing when to fight. So for personally inside of you, there are going to be many things that you think, well, I'm going to stand up for this. Oh, this is, this is my line in the sand. And you're going to find out that no, if you fight every single battle, if you step on every single crack, you're going to be exhausted. It's going to be too much. And so look at what it is that you truly want. Look at where it is that you truly want to be and stand in your truth. Because as you speak your truth, as you know your truth, and as you stand in your truth, you become much more powerful. And it leads you to the world, okay? Fulfillment and celebration. It leads you to a sense of fulfillment. It leads you to celebrating your life, your passion, your desire. It leads you to the world opening up for you. It leads you to understanding that doors that once were closed to you are going to now be opening, not in the way that you thought they would. So when we look at things. We tend to have preconceived notions. Oh, this is the way it's always done, and this is the way you have to do it. And, there's no other path but the path well walked upon. And you're going to find that that's not true for you. You're going to find, Sagittarius, that especially during this time, there's like a side path, there's a alleyway that you go through, there's a, door that you open, and it leads you to Wonderland. You find Narnia. It's like magic, beauty, prosperity, it comes forward. And yes, those were whimsical analogies, but there's something that makes you smile about all of this. There's something beautiful and passionate about it all. And as that energy comes around you and is a part of you, okay, and as the disabilities, the things that you once thought, oh, I could never become anything other than this, you see that you can. And it leads you to the Seven of Feathers. This is preparation and resourcefulness. It leads you to gathering up the knowledge that you have, the desires that you have, and moving forward in them. Moving forward towards your truth, towards your passion, towards what it is that you truly want, and where it is that you want to be. And it's kind of like, I have to leave some things behind. It's kind of like I have to know which battles to fight. I have to know what to take with me as I'm moving forward, because some things, they're just too much. And they weigh you down, Sagittarius. And for your heart, you need to celebrate your victories. This is success and triumph. You need to. You need to celebrate you. Because if you don't, who the heck will? Celebrate your triumphs. Look at your failures and don't sit there and berate yourself, but say, my gosh, I was brave enough to do this. I was brave enough to move forward. I did not stay stuck and small. I did not stay where others, thought I should. I became more. And I'm on the verge of greatness. And your greatness, Spirit is saying your greatness is your greatness. It's not movie star greatness. It's not rock star greatness. It's not zillion million people adoring you greatness. Okay, it is your own private greatness. It is your contentment of heart. It is happiness. It is actually enjoying your life, which people who have millions can't even do. And as you see this, you have the Queen of Acorns. This is this is perception. There we go. I was going to say perspective. So you have a very interesting perspective on things, a very interesting way of seeing your truth. And as the perception comes, as the perspective comes, you have to trust yourself. Trust yourself as you move forward. So I like that this is the bats, because I actually see it as you moving more on instincts. So bats don't see very well at all. What they do is they send out these sonic waves. They send out these like chirps, and it bounces off things, and they hear where everything is. So that's how they maneuver through the world. And this is going to be a time where you really need to trust your senses, okay? You really need to trust the vibrational energy that you're feeling, okay, that you're quote-unquote hearing from this situation, because it's going to be moving you forward. It's going to be guiding you towards something more. There's also a sense of you know what you know. And you're not going to back down, and you're not going to be quiet, and you're not going to, go and become less than. You know what you know what you know, and you spread your wings and you fly forward. And as you do so, we have the Eight of Shells, quest and renewal. Renewing your quest for life, walking away from what you once thought you would love. Sitting there and saying, man, okay, I thought this path, I thought it would be worth it. I thought things would work out. I thought it would be different. But I'm seeing my truth, my power, my understanding, and I'm moving forward to where I need to be, body, mind, and spirit. And as you take in this energy, as you understand this publicly, you become the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And you have the Queen of Pentacles right here in your heart self. So there's this calling towards prosperity for you. And this is comfort and prosperity. This is having what you need, right? And people will see you as having what you need. So they're not really going to be very sympathetic. And I love that this is over your Capricorn energy and your Devil energy and the Tower energy. So there's a strong Capricorn presence in the public line, okay? So you might be dealing with a Capricorn who's kind of turning things on their heads, or you might find this person has very different values than you at times. Now, you could be a cusp Sagittarius, okay? For those of you who are a cusp, who are born, December 21st, December 22nd, 5 days, we'll give it like 5 days around that time, all right? You're going to be experiencing, especially you personally, a very big change coming in. and it's going to kind of be knocking you for a loop. And it's going to make you question your prosperity, your success, your bounty, the way that you're moving forward. The other ones, okay? So the other ones of you, Sagittarius, during this time, you're definitely going to be feeling this, but not on as an intense a scale. So just know that as you're moving forward, there is something here that you're looking at, and it's like, oh, okay, wow. This is a change. This is a new perspective. This is a new idea. This is a new concept when it comes to wealth, when it comes to what you desire. And you have to just move forward, trusting yourself. And that's going to be something at times that's very hard to do because everything is changing around you. And then it leads you to this 10 of feathers. This is recovery and transformation. The 10 of feathers, the 10 of swords, is the darkness before the dawn. It's an ending. It is, quite literally. The person in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is laid on the ground, 10 swords in them. Gone, done, right? Why? One sword would have done it if you were good. 2 swords, definitely. Why 10? I see the 10 of swords as every single year that we live, every single decade that we live. We get stabbed. We get, hurt. We get wounded. We get to be filled with despair over one thing or another. It might be something that we laugh at later on, but it goes to shaping our psyches, shaping our minds, shaping ourselves. And you need to recover from it. But you are renewed. You are shedding an old skin. You are resurrecting from that body to embrace a power, a beauty, a prosperity that is part of you. You will not be held back, and you will not be kept silent. And with the 10 of swords, you are reborn. You are reborn. And yes, you can feel weaker because you've now known what it's like to be wounded again and again. But you're reborn stronger of soul and more determined of spirit. Don't let that energy go to waste. And then we have the Page of Acorns, the Page of Wands, which is you, okay, in the Minor Arcana. And you have discovery and enthusiasm, and this is again in your public line where you come through as a queen in the main part of the reading. So there's a public power to you. Okay, you're seen as an authority. As we dive deeper, you're also seen as a student, as somebody who's learning like a sponge, somebody who takes everything in, somebody who people say, you know what, teach that person, talk to that person. They'll remember, they'll take it in, you'll get something done out of it. Okay, so this is going to be a very powerful energy for you. There are also going to be times, and I know you probably don't want to hear it, where you're going to act immaturely towards something. Right? Just your instinct reaction is to want to stomp your feet, stick out your lower lip, and be like, no, petulant. Know that everybody feels that way. My goodness, I know I feel that way at least once a day. You just want to be like, no, it can't be like this. Pull yourself back. Look at what you're learning. Look at what you're taking in. And the reason why you're going to have that reaction to things is because it's so new. It's so overwhelming. Everything that is teaching you and guiding you. Okay? That you're going to sit there and be like, it's too much. Spirit knows what it's doing. Your angels know how they're leading you. Trust. Trust, and you're going to find doors opening. You're going to find new ways of looking at things that really lead you on this beautiful journey and lead you to this beautiful sense of self and success. And now let's look at your conclusion, right? So let's see what Spirit has to say at the very... Any extra messages for Sagittarius, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Any extra messages for Sagittarius, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Any extra messages for Sagittarius, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Oh, and this one. Okay. All right, so we start here with the 8 of Earth, the 8 of Pentacles, which I believe you ended with right here. Yeah, the 8 of Pentacles. So this is very much a reiteration of that message of hard work, of dedication. There's something about music being very important to you. So after a long day, if you put on music that you love, I'm seeing classical music here. It can be from the violin. No, I'm actually hearing classical music coming forward. So something soothing. So if you really like really loud, like intense music, your soul is going to really be craving something a little bit quieter, a little bit gentler. You might even sit there and turn it on and be like, oh my gosh, I hate this. But then as you listen to it a bit more, you're going to really like it. There's going to be something where it resonates with you, spiritually. And it's going to be moving you spiritually forward. And it's going to show you kind of new ideas, new ways of working towards your goals, new ways of discovering and becoming, because your hard work is definitely paying off, but you're also astoundingly dedicated during this time. And it's going to be in the moments where not everybody's looking, okay? That's not really your goal. Your goal isn't to be seen by everybody, kind of like, in your face. Your goal is to have this knowledge for you and to have this power for you. And then your heart self is the 6 of fire, the 6 of wands, and you have the 6 of acorns, the 6 of wands right here. So there's a sense of triumph and success, and it's reiterating this. It's saying, look at this triumph, look at this success, look at this prosperity, and don't give up on you. And don't forget to compliment yourself. So often we forget. We sit there and we think, no, not me, or, you make a mistake and it's the end of the world. It's like, no, look at what you desire, look at what you want, and then move towards it and celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. It's going to mean a lot to you. And then your public self, your self that is seen, you have a choice. You have roads that you're going to be walking, you're going to be offered. Step back and look at things personally, okay? Kind of take into consideration that private self, what you've been really working towards, and what your heart really wants. Because another road is going to open up. Like you have the birds right here on top of her hands with crowns upon them. It's like new ways, new avenues are going to be opening up and going to be taking flight. Don't keep yourself stagnant or stuck, okay? Yeah. And now for your spirit animal message. Sagittarius, July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. July 1st to the 15th. Ooh, I love that. You have the koala. Spirit has a plan. Spirit definitely has a plan for you. And it's going to be coming to you in your dreams. Okay, I kind of see this as a dream catcher above his third eye. It's going to be coming to you in your dreams, and that's going to be a very powerful place of your connection with spirit, okay, through your dreams. And now for your botanical cards. Sagittarius, July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. Show me clearly, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, guide this message and show me clearly. Ooh, well, that one definitely wanted to be heard. Okay. So we start off with tenacity, burdock, attract, violet, and adversity, marshmallow. So here, and we see this with the tower, and we see this with the devil, you, in your public life, okay, in your public self, what people see, you're rising from adversity, okay? You are overcoming adversities. And people will be jealous, yes, most definitely. Where there's success, there's jealousy, all right? But there is also going to be the sense of looking at your power, looking at your understanding, and knowing that adversities shape us. Even though we don't like them, even though we love Easy Street, adversities shape us. And as you're looking at these adversities, your personal self, you're seeing that you have a lot more tenacity than you ever gave yourself credit for. You have a lot more spunk, especially during this time. There's going to be like this spiciness to you, this spunkiness to you. There's like this really cool energy that you just want to kind of walk in. It's like, yeah, this is me. This is my power, my truth. And then you are attracting by your heart, by the love that you have, by the strength of your heart and the power of your heart, exactly what you need. It might not be what you want, but it is exactly what you need. Now your subconscious chakra message for this time is forgiveness. Again, the heart chakra. Your heart is astoundingly important for you during this time. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for not living up to unrealistic expectations or other people's expectations or even your own expectations. Forgiveness is astoundingly powerful. forgiving, moving forward, forgiving those who failed you, not wanting to break bread with them, not wanting to be best friends with them, but sitting there and saying, you did your best. It stunk. It wasn't even remotely good enough. But that's on you. It's not on me. Your subconscious tarot messages start with the world. You had the world opening up to you here, okay, in your personal self, right? And now you have the world opening up to you in your subconscious self. You're being birthed forward, seeing this very much as the birth canal coming forward, being birthed into the world. You can see this as, like Zeus birthing forth Athena, okay? Athena came fully formed from the head of Zeus. It's kind of like knowledge, power, beauty is yours. And there's a beauty for life, a beauty for existence, a beauty of self. And the world opens up. Again, what you saw as disadvantages, disabilities, despairs, despondencies, you start to see them as working for you. You start to see them as opening up the world for you in a different way, because they made you take a different road. And you didn't take the road everybody else walked. And that is something that's astoundingly powerful for you during this time. It's like you learned the road less traveled, and you learned to make it yours. And then you have here the wheel. Change and possibilities. Everything is changing. The Wheel of Fortune shows this change, shows the highs and the lows of life, the in-betweens and the middles. You look at it all, and you sit there and you say, what am I heading towards? What do I want? What do I love? What do I need? The Wheel of Fortune shows you the merry-go-round that is our life, shows you the differences. And you know what's really funny about our merry-go-rounds? Is our merry-go-rounds are a very dummy-down sense of jousting, right? So first our ancestors, our ancient ancestors jousted. Then they had, a more sedate version. And then all of a sudden it became a merry-go-round. So even though a merry-go-round seems rather mundane, it comes from a very brutal past. And with the changes, even though they seem rather mundane, there's a brutality to them, there's an intensity to them that you are experiencing during this time. So don't sell yourself short. Don't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I'm being a baby. You're not. Things are serious, and you're taking them seriously. Embrace this change. Embrace the power that is you, okay? And know that you will feel like you're on this merry-go-round, the highs, the lows, the lefts, the rights. And as you come into this power and you understand this truth, your subconscious message is the Hierophant, okay? I love it that you have all major arcana cards as your subconscious message. So your subconscious is astoundingly powerful for you. Make sure that you meditate. Make sure that you connect with it, okay? The Hierophant is a Taurus energy, a time frame of April 20th to May 20th, okay? You are guided by your truths. You have to stay true to what is right for you, okay, to the essence of yourself. If you veer off course, you will feel it. If you sit there and say, oh, it really doesn't matter, it does. It does. Speak your truth and live your truth. Live your power. There's a power, there's a dedication, there's a determination to you. Embrace it. There's also a stubbornness to you, Sagittarius, during this time. Your first reaction will be to almost apologize for it or to keep it to yourself. No. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Know what you are moving towards and embrace it. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the electric eel. Bring your ideas to life. Okay? And, there's a fierceness to this. There's a shockingness to it, to its intensity. And as you're moving forward, you're going to feel that shocking intensity to what you want, to what you desire, to what you need. And you're not going to be expecting it. You're not going to be expecting this fierceness of you. But it's going to be there. And it's going to bring your ideas to life. Because it's going to move you forward in a very distinctive, very powerful way. And then finally, your botanical subconscious message is humility, dandelions, okay? Dandelions also, my great-grandma would say, dandelions are very good for your blood. I love to drink, as you guys know, dandelion and chicory root tea. It's very good for you. And it's a great way to start your day, even if you only drink it once a day. And so here, humility. It's just this, looking at this dandelion, this weed that grows in your grass, and thinking, oh, it's not worth anything. And did you know that during the Depression, okay, people used to go and they used to put spoons in their pockets. And then on their way home, they used to dig up dandelions so that their family could have something to eat. It's very nourishing. There's something very powerful about this little weed that everybody overlooks. Okay? There's something that is around you that is stunningly powerful, but very easy to overlook. Don't let the blessings pass you by. All right, Sagittarius. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe.